Between the Vines with Tra and Todd. We are out here at Cedar Rose Vineyards.
I'm Dustin Tarpine. I'm one of the owners and the head winemaker here at Cedar Rose Vineyards. The biggest thing for us is that we want to be producing wine from Jersey-grown grapes. And so we've got 22 acres that we produce on. We produce 16 different varieties, and I think we produce something that everyone can enjoy.
Mm-hmm. Sitting here at 10-1, a lot to toast to today.
A lot to toast to today, man. 10-1 being a huge one. But then you got my man Brandon Graham.
Setting history.
Just making history. 189 games surpassed David Akers.
And counting.
And counting. And counting. And productive.
And productive. Not just on the roster.
Nah.
A contributing member of this roster.
Yeah. And then, man, we got to give it up. Mighty Leg Jake.
Mighty Leg.
Mighty Leg Jake.
59 yards.
59 yards.
Through the yuck.
Through the yuck. 4th and 17, 25 seconds left on the clock.
Chances to slip.
Man, everything. Wind is blowing from left to right.
It was bad.
Nails it.
Bad scenario.
Mighty Leg Jake. Cheers, man.
Cheers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's
a
good.
good opener right there.
Yeah, it is.
So what we're drinking here is a 2019 Vidal Blanc. And it's, for me, it's nice and crisp, so I think that's got good acidity levels there from what we've been gathering.
Yeah, and you can definitely tell that it's a still age because it's just, it doesn't have that oaky taste to it. It's a nice light, just a nice light wine.
It is.
A great start, nicely. Really good chilled.
Great flavors. The guys here at Cedar Rose will tell us a little bit more about these wines.
This is our 2019 Vidal Blanc, and it's a French-American hybrid that really grows well in New Jersey, produces a nice wine kind of similar to Pinot Grigio, done in stainless steel.
Let's get into it.
Yeah. What was your take on the whole game overall?
I thought that, let's just start with, my take on the whole game was that it was a mutter. I mean, like you said, it was a tough game. You knew it was going to be a tough game. This was could have been a trap game because you got San Fran coming up next week. The conditions, it's raining, it's cold, all of that, and making it a tough game. But I thought that they battled and found a way to get the win.
Yeah.
And just my overall, just look at it. And I mean, just watching it again, they came out there and they battled. It wasn't pretty. Every play wasn't perfect. But they kept battling, they kept fighting through it, and I mean, at the end, you pull off the win.
I know. I was watching the whole thing like, man, they don't really seem to deserve to win this game. Like, Buffalo's playing well, they're running the ball all over them, and just moving the ball up and down the field. But it's to the point now, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They're winning. They're finding ways to win. They don't necessarily look like, to me, it didn't look like the offense was... It doesn't look like a system that is clicking. It looks like a bunch of outstanding players making big plays when they need to.
I agree with that. And I think that when you go back and you look at this game and just the way the game started out, you get the news of Lane Johnson not playing in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's something that's just sprung on you. Now, all of a sudden, you have Jack Driscoll that's going to make his start now. A lot of people don't really understand as a backup player throughout the week, you're not getting a lot of reps, especially at this point in the season. And then to be thrown in that situation and have to say, all right, you're going to start this game now. I thought that was a tough start.
But bro, even if he's getting reps during the week, just at the last minute, being like, you know what, you're up.
Yeah, you're up. You got to go. You got to go. Lane not playing in this game. I felt that at times, and I want to be, because I know how it can be. But it's just were times when they showed Lane on the sideline, you could tell he was like, man, I should have played this game.
I think that, no matter whether you think you should have or not, while you're sitting there watching it, you're probably like, there's some regrets, I should have just toughed it out. I should have tried to just make it happen. You think you saw the look on his face?
Yeah, you could tell he was like, man, you know what? Could I have gutted it out? Yes.
He definitely looked bummed walking out.
Yes, you could have. You know what I'm saying? And you want to be careful because I understand. You wake up sometimes, you got a growing issue, whatever it is, but man, this is what we do. But I thought that Jack Driscoll coming in held his own. At that first play, I think that people really, it was a slide protection. You know what? Before we get into that, because there's a lot that I want to get into that, because I want to talk to you about this as well.
Okay.
Because you've worked with Coach Stoutler before.
Earlier.
So Before we get into that, let's hear a word from our lifetime sponsor.
Let's face it, we've all posted things we regret. That's why we created LifeBrand. LifeBrand connects all of your social media accounts and then scans them for potentially compromising posts. With just a few clicks, you can delete old, potentially harmful social media posts so they're gone for good. It's fast, easy, and protects your privacy. Stay in control of your online reputation. Visit lifebrand.life today.
If you like our content, please like, comment, subscribe.
Share.
Share.
Yeah. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Do all of that.
The place we've been to is like so.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's
awesome,
wine, though. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? It's laid back, man. It's
the
relaxed.
wine vibe.
It's a really cool vibe.
You could throw on an artsy hat, come have a glass.
Yeah, which I'm digging the hat, though. The hat is amazing.
Inspired me. It inspired me.
So what kind of hat is this, you say?
I'm probably gonna be wrong, but I think it's a pork pie hat or something
pork pie.
like that. Pork pie hat.
Okay.
Or maybe it's not.
Yeah, I don't know
I'm
hats
not
like
too
that.
into the hat vernacular.
Yeah.
You know.
But okay, yeah, I just go with
It's
it.
a newsy Jeff Cap type thing.
Jeff
you
Cap,
know,
okay.
Peaky Blinders.
Yeah, Peaky Blinders. I looked at it. I was like, okay,
great-
this is
it's a
my
good show.
Peaky Blinders. I have no idea what it's really called, but that's what I went with.
It goes well.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, yeah. All right, so now,
What are we drinking here? This is called the Whitetail.
whitetail.
Which is, never heard of this grape before. This is a 100% Cayuga White.
Okay.
Floral aromas,
Mm-hmm.
chopped with lemon and melon.
All right, hey, there we go. Cheers, my brother.
Smells sweet.
Yeah.
Or it sounds sweet, but we'll see.
Yeah, that's a sweet one.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
Yeah, that's a sweet one, but it's
All
good.
my sweet wines,
Huh?
grape juice.
Yeah.
Good stuff right there.
Yeah, it is. It is like a grape juice, but it's good. All right, we'll have the guys tell us a little bit more about this whitetail.
So this is our wine called Whitetail, and made in an off-dry to semi-sweet style, and we like to recommend it to people who like a semi-sweet Riesling.
All right.
I want to get into this because a lot of people, when Jack Driscoll hit out there in the game, and that first play, everybody, oh man, it was, he gave up the pressure. All right, so the way Coach Stoutland teaches it. I think a lot of people don't understand protection.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people will just comment, oh man, he got beat. Well, yeah, he got beat, but there is a why. You know what I'm saying? And like people don't understand the passing strength, which side the receivers are, usually where the blitz is going to come from.
Right.
And I think that sometimes one of the things that you see under Coach Stoutland's system is that he allows the tackles to make the calls. You know what I'm saying? Where they can slide the protection with the tackle. Because when you go back and you look at this game, you see where they come up to the line of scrimmage, and I did this in the breakdown. You see Landon Dickerson come up, he points left, Kelsey goes left because all of the linebackers were down on the left side and the safety was down there. But then now once it changed, everybody bails out. You saw Dickerson say, hey, we're going to go right because there was a cap safety over there. Because anytime there's passing strength, there's where the nickel cornerback lines up. And then if the safety is over him, that's what we consider a cap safety. And that 9 times out of 10 tells you that the blitz is going to come from the nickel. So Driscoll says, all right, hey, we're going to slide right. Kelsey slid right. Dickerson was able to take the left. It was just that big Cam. He didn't slide right. And that's what gave up the inside.
Yeah. So, first of all, if you're sliding, you all have to slide together,
Yeah.
whether it's the right call or not, because then you have something just get exposed like that. Even if it's not the right call, a lot of times your back can clean up if you're sliding the wrong way or something like that. But I know that the way that Stoutland teaches it, the tackles aren't making any calls. All they're doing is kind of echoing things that they're seeing. Since Kelsey has to survey the entire field, I know what he wants the tackles to do is to look outside to the edge, like corner or whatever is out there. And if they see him get capped or they see him doing something that's unusual, start creeping or something, a lot of times Kelsey already knows just by the way the safeties are shifting or something like that. But in case he doesn't see it, they want the tackles to echo down to Kelsey and be like, hey, we got something over here, over here, so that Kelsey can make his adjustment. I think one thing that you're seeing here is that there's a lot of smart guys out there. Like Landon and Cam both have the ability to play center, so they see the defense, the offense is a whole different level of concept than most other guards do.
Absolutely.
So when you have guys that understand like the ins and outs of that, they're not always going to agree on the same page of what should be done and stuff. And like you said in your video, a little like too many chiefs in the teepee.
Yeah, it's too many chefs in the kitchen.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's why I think that if anybody's, and I get it, you want your tackles to kind of alert, but if anybody's going to say something, I need it to only come from the center.
To your point here, like when we played, and you would see something coming off the edge, even you knew we were sliding, you'd just say to me like, "Come on with me, Todd," you know, so that you knew that I had that inside and you could kick out and get the widest guy.
Yeah.
That call that they're making, like if there's something out there, that's him letting Kelsey know there might be something out there, but also letting the guard be like, "Hey, come on with me," because I'm going to have to get out wider, then I might not be able to hang as long as I can on this, so I need you to be here, you know? So it's just the chain of communications and everything that they got going on out there. Sometimes it just gets jumbled.
That once the game went on, man, I thought he played lights out.
Right.
He gave up that one sack where, it was that quarterback draw play that, we've been struggling with anyway. But I thought other than that, he did an excellent job, and I think just across the board, as they continue to move on and start getting the run game going, that's where you operate in their best wheelhouse.
Also, another deep issue there is when we played next to each other for so long, a lot of times you didn't even have to make a call.
Yeah.
You just knew, or you'd make a noise, and I'd be like, I know exactly what Trey wants me to do,
Yeah.
And if Cam and Lane have been trying to build that type of relationship, and then you just last minute plop somebody else out there.
Exactly.
There's going to be some communication.
Yeah, overall, I thought protection was okay. I thought that they did a good job of taking away A.J. Brown, making Hurts move around a little bit more.
Yeah.
Of course, you're starting to see those games now. When A.J. Brown is taken away, that's the beautiful thing about this team. Well, then now here comes Slim.
Yeah.
And, and I trust Slim, man. I mean, he makes some incredible plays. He's really good with his hands. I mean, I trust him as a player out there.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, I think we all see Jalen does as well too, But one thing I love about, and we can jump around a little bit, but while we're talking about the receivers, there's such a crucial point in the game, and you would think he would rely on AJ or Devontae, and he throws it to Zacchaeus and finds him wide open in the back of the end zone.
In the back of the end zone.
You know
And Zacchaeus makes a play.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean,
made a great catch.
Yeah.
It's such a good spot, though. Like, he's able to spill it around to everybody and get everybody involved in it, and I feel like that's why it doesn't seem like it's the system working. It's just these guys making plays. You know what I mean? We have a lot of star power on this team.
You do.
And it's helping us at this point.
Absolutely. I mean, and then once you get that going, I mean, you even had Stone come out there and make a nice little reception, got upfield,
Well, yeah, you're going to wonder who was going to get involved other than Goddard, since Goddard was out, And it was great to see him get involved.
Yeah, and then once you get Swift going, I mean, that opens everything up. And, there's some of those outside zones that, I mean, you could call them mid zones because you're going to get Kelsey that's going to pull. Then now you got to make sure you get the backside guard up to the second level. And, I mean, it just creates that alley that's just, that's where I feel like they operate in their best wheelhouse.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Swift seems to be reading the line really well, so he can actually hit it at a pretty good stride rather than having to stop and start again. And I think that's what is leading to the success of him plowing through the second level defenders and stuff and able to fall forward at the end of his runs.
Yeah.
So overtime, extra ball. I didn't even think about this until I saw some of the guys after the game last night, and they were exhausted.
Oh, yeah.
And I was just like, oh, yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
Played extra ball tonight. And it wasn't just meaningless extra ball. You had to give it your all out there.
Yeah, you had to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had to drive it, 75 yards?
What's the most tired you've ever been in a game? I can bring to you when it was for me. I'm sure you probably might say yes. But
dude, I don't know, man.
Fred, do you remember the Tampa game when we were down there?
Yeah.
And after we drove the field and we went ahead, and we just came off, we were walking off the field like, yes.
Yeah,
finally.
yeah.
And then went out there and kicked that field goal. It was 64 yards.
Yes. As I was sitting there thinking, I'm like, man, that Tampa game was a beast. It was hot. Oh, man, yeah.
It was 109 down
the
field.
Yeah, they were cooking eggs on the road. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, that had to have been the worst one, man. But yeah, I mean, you're spent, and that's not just hey, we're going to just go down the field. I mean, it's hard yards. You got to
That's
battle.
all the extra. That's like end of the game rushing.
Yeah,
like, this is where
yeah.
the defensive ends are going to.
Everybody's giving you everything they have.
Turn their ears back.
Yeah.
And go. Yeah.
And you got to get it done. And I mean, you got to shake all that off. Okay. So even going into that, we noticed that Kelsey sprint off the field.
Well, yeah, he got called for a couple flinches.
Yeah.
Muscle contractions.
I
don't know. Which is not unusual to see him do while he's like looking around and trying to make calls and yada yada. But it seemed like weird and out of place yesterday. Like it wasn't like it was a hard count or anything else. It was just like, I don't know, maybe he's trying to hold something in. And,
That's a very interesting theory that you have there.
Well, think about it, dude. If you're squatting,
yes,
right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you got to take a number 2.
Oh yeah, and your stomach
How
is
can
just
you
bubbly.
hold that in?
Yeah.
But also remain in a squat position? It's counterintuitive.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's terrible, man.
So then I
and knowing
think
that you got to snap it and got to get it and exert yourself.
So I think that he must have had to take a dump at some point, and he was like, I can wait till the game's over.
Yeah.
And then as soon as they realized there's gonna be extra time, he was like, nah, it's affecting my game now. I'm flinching while I'm trying to hold it in and not shit myself.
Yeah.
And he just had to run in and take care of it real quick at the end of regulation. Came back out, led us to victory. Had the block to seal the game.
All is forgiven.
Yeah.
All is forgiven. Yeah.
Flinch all you want.
Yeah. I mean, you know what I'm
Gotta
saying?
get the evil out of you and get back out here.
Yeah, you got to get that out. Definitely changes my view on it.
Well, yeah, because you were thinking Kelsey just gets excited sometimes, and I've seen him flinch before. They just don't always call it. I'm like, yeah, but I think that there was deeper lying issues. Yesterday.
Yeah, definitely the way he ran off, because I'm like, man, when you're watching, I'm like, man, Kelsey just, as soon as it was over with, Kelsey just took off into the locker room. I was like, man, and then they got the coin toss. I'm like, man, I hope we don't get the ball.
Right.
Because
we need Kelsey.
Yeah, because we need Kelsey. Because I really need you to run in there. I need you to blow this out and let's get back into it. Oh yeah, I'm back in.
Out like Peter Pan.
Yeah, I feel so much better. Yeah.
Able to pull and steal the game-winning touchdown.
Game-winning touchdown, man! Wow. That's awesome.
Off.
Yeah, and walk off. All right, my job here is done. Before we get into our next wine, let's hear from another sponsor from our Pinot's Palette.
So, what's the perfect night out? Any night spent at Pinot's Palette. Pinot's Palette. Paint, drink, have fun. Sign up online for your class today.
All right, yeah. So this is a secret menu rosé, unreleased. Smells good. Well, that's nice. Very floral.
Yeah, it is. I enjoy the rosés. I enjoy the rosés, and this is another good one.
Yeah, this is a good rosé. Have the guys tell you a little bit more about the rosé.
Our upcoming Vinifera Rosé we'll be releasing in the spring is a Saignée Rosé that's a blend of Cabernet Franc and Cabernet Sauvignon juices.
Well, let's touch on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
But let's do our wine word of the day.
Okay, go ahead. Let's get into the
wine word of the day today is aeration. Aeration is the intent of adding oxygen to the wine to help soften the flavor, or I guess when you add oxygen to it, it kind of rounds it out and lets more flavors, tannins, makes it a better wine. And you can do that by swishing it around in your mouth like we do. You could do it through a aerator. You could pour it out too. You could also just pour it into a decanter, which kind of usually gives the more surface area to the wine, and then there's more oxygen that can penetrate. But that's if you got time. You know, aerators are great if you're just
if you're just trying to get through it,
something like that. You want to cap it again. But as you can see, corks are for quitters. I'm starting to step my wine apparel.
Yeah,
up.
man, we got to get. I have another. Yeah, we got to get our wine apparel up, man. Get us some shirts, man.
Corks are for quitters.
Corks are for quitters.
I saw it and I was like, I love that.
Yeah, that's a good shirt, man.
Anyway, today's wine word is aeration, and it is brought to you by Birds Nesting, a real estate and lifestyle service for professional athletes, coaches, and their families. Moving to a new city is a big change and comes with its challenges. Let Birds Nesting assist you in finding the perfect place to live, help settle you and your family into your new community with our connections and trusted recommendations. Please go to birdsnestingphl.com for more information. Birds Nesting for an easy landing.
I like that.
Yeah,
easy landing, man. Yeah. All right, so Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you have a good Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I thought Thanksgiving. I had a cool Thanksgiving. You know, my son came home from college, you know, so that's always super exciting.
Yeah.
You know, hey man, we're so glad to see you.
Yeah. Was he likewise as glad?
Yeah,
to
yeah,
see
he
you
was
guys?
good.
Yeah,
You know, because he's playing basketball at Westchester, so they get a couple of days. Well, they got one day off.
Yeah.
So he came home. We were able to just hang out as a family. So
That's awesome.
for us, it was just super casual.
Yeah. Anything?
No, I don't cook. I cook some greens.
You did?
Yeah, I cook some greens.
Tell me your recipe here.
My mom has a little bit more of it where she does all the hog mogs and all of that stuff there. But I just went ahead and
Like the real classic green.
yeah, she does like a totally different pot of greens than I do. You know what I'm saying? So I just get some greens. I use a turkey leg from we get these smoked turkeys that we found on Oprah's list once time ago. So I
And
don't.
you get them shipped in?
Yeah, we get them shipped in. So it's a smoked turkey that comes in from.
Oprah's got a list?
Yeah, she had back in the day. She had where it was Oprah's favorites or whatever,
okay.
and then she had this smoked turkey on the list.
And the turkey was bomb?
And the turkey was bomb, and we've been ordering it ever since. You know what I'm saying? The turkey, you walk outside, the turkey right there at the front door. And it's already ready. You just warm it up and it's good to go. But well seasoned. But so I usually cut off the drumsticks for that. And then I just throw it in my batch of greens, throw some chicken bouillon up in there, and then let the water and everything just just let it just do its thing. With greens, it's more about the time that you let them cook. To let
Not
all the
what you actually
seasoning.
do to it. It's about the time.
Yeah, you got to let it. Put it on low, medium, and just let it do its thing.
Like a wine.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you gotta
Exactly.
let it ferment, let it age.
Yeah. So how was yours?
It was great. It was great. My parents came in. We hosted, so we had I think we had like a dozen people over, and then my kids were running around with all the adults. So
That's awesome.
it was a blast. We roasted a turkey,
Okay.
and I deep fried a turkey as well.
Okay.
So
You deep fried it yourself?
yeah,
All right. How's that? How was
yeah,
that? How was that experience?
It was delicious.
You've done it before.
I did it my first bird last year under
Okay.
the supervision of my father.
Okay. There you go.
So
All right.
at
That's
their
good.
house,
Yeah.
Not burning my house down, maybe burning the childhood home down, but no, we were safe last year. This year I felt very confident, and I got even more prepared with all the instruments that you need to deep fry a turkey and stuff.
Okay.
But it was delicious.
All
I
right.
injected that thing with a bunch of
Yeah.
all the goodness and stuff. My wife really knocked it out of the park. She did everything. I just had to, dip the turkey in the oil. Pretty much.
Yeah. That's
It
awesome.
was great though. It was
Yeah.
delicious. But what we always do, my favorite day is actually the following day
Uh-huh.
of Thanksgiving. We call it pot pie day.
Okay.
Because what we've done for years and years is we just take all of the leftovers from
Uh-huh.
Thanksgiving and throw it into a pie and make turkey pot pies.
Wow.
And then we just
Yeah.
freeze some, eat
Yeah.
some.
Yeah. That's
My
awesome.
favorite day of the year.
Yeah.
Move on to these reds.
So what we're dealing with right here is their Cab Franc. So 2021.
Cabernet Franc is the vinifera that has the best potential to grow in New Jersey. We try to produce our Cabernet Franc in like a French style and old world style, like more earthy, more herbal than fruity.
Good nose on that.
Yeah,
it's
you like that?
it's a rich nose.
When you're sitting around the house and you're drinking wine, do you sniff it and to go through
I
the
do that?
process?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I do. While we were sitting at the Thanksgiving table, everyone's just sipping their wine, and I'm sitting over there like,
Yeah, taking a nose in. Yeah, enjoying the wine.
yeah.
But that's awesome, man. I think that's one of the cool things about it. I think a lot of people just feel like you got to be wine snobs to enjoy wine. And just relax.
As long as you're 21, you can enjoy wine.
Man, just relax, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, I prefer wine over everything else. I just like the taste of it. I like the vibe of it. It doesn't have me where I feel like, damn, you know what? I really went too hard.
It kind of puts you to bed before you can go too hard.
Yeah.
Wine tucks you in.
Yeah, to tuck you in.
Tequila
Yeah.
will keep you up.
Tequila had you around now in a wife beater, you know what I'm saying? Listening to aggressive
Pablo.
music. Yeah. Pito Pablo around the house, swinging his shirt around like a helicopter, just real aggressive. At the tender age of 49 now, man, I don't have that in me anymore, man.
Let's talk about, there's a lot of buzz about Mr. Sirianni right now.
Yeah.
And to me, my take is like, if he coached anybody else, I would hate his guts. But he's ours.
But,
And he's great.
you know what?
A lot of people don't like the way he carries himself. I guess his antics, yelling at the Chiefs fans, stuff like that.
Yeah. but I'm okay with it.
Well, because he's ours.
You know what?
If he coached a different team, how would you feel about him?
You know
if
what?
he was the coach of the Giants acting like
this is one of the things that I always learned. You know, and people can say what they want about Big Red, but one of the things Big Red always told us is that, hey man, let your personality show.
Let your personality show.
Let your personality show.
You do a cheeseburger.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Let your personality be whatever you are for you to go out there and perform.
I'm making an assumption. I bet Sirianni played a lot of Madden in college.
Oh, yeah.
Because he just seems like the type of guy that's like on the sticks, talking shit through the headphones.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Or like, and his boy, like, they're in the dorm and he's like, "In your face!
Yeah.
What now? What now?" You know, like.
He's probably the reason why I don't play online.
Yeah, and now he's able to do it like in real life.
Yeah, and then you got people chirping at you. You know, the automatic response is to chirp back.
Yeah.
You know, especially if you have that type of personality. Yeah. And he has that. Yeah. And I'm okay with it. You know what I'm saying? As long as he's not doing anything like the Buffalo players that's going up into the sidelines.
Pushing fans and
Pushing
stuff?
Fans, you know what I'm saying?
You gonna get any repercussion from that?
The NFL, they might. You know.
Bro, if that was an Eagles player.
Oh, man, they would have been all over it. You know, they'd have been all over it. You know. Now, you know what? Did you come back to the Eagles and play? Have you played a game as a visitor here?
Yes, I played a preseason game I was with the Colts.
Okay, how was that experience for you?
It was interesting.
Yeah.
Like I got an ovation.
Oh, okay.
Like, you know, from
you got an ovation. That's awesome.
But at the same time, it was with Trent, so
yeah,
maybe Trent got more of an ovation.
Okay.
And there, like,
yeah,
me too.
It's Todd Harriman's as well. And also we have Todd. Yeah.
So the class of 05, Trent Cole.
Yeah.
And then there's Todd Harriman's as well.
Yeah. And there he is. All right, stand up, give them something. All right, that's cool.
Can't seem to shake this guy. He just keeps coming back.
I played him in the preseason as well when I came back. Yeah, when I was in Jacksonville. Yeah. So I've been on that side of the ball. You know,
it's really weird being in a visitor.
Oh yeah, yeah. When you come in as a visitor, it's like, damn, hold on, wait a minute. This isn't the locker room that I'm used to. Oh, so this is what this side of this locker room looks. Okay, I'm running out this side of the tunnel.
You kind of feel like you want to go get ready in your old locker.
Yeah.
And then like come back and meet up with the new team.
Yeah, I want to run through the tunnel that I've been running through all these years. Now I'm on the other side. It just feels awkward. And then you're over there, and then the fan base over there is a little special. You know, because I think as a player when I came back, when I came back, man, they came at me a little bit, and I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. This is your son. You know what I'm saying?
I'm from here.
Yeah, because wait a minute, man. I mean, you know, I thought we were family.
I drank the Florida water.
What happened? And then, like, the fans that were on me, they're like, you know where you are? I was like, you know what? You're right. Yeah. And I accept that.
Yeah,
but they got me. But I felt like the player, and we've all been on the road and been in games and situations, and, you know, guys talk trash. You know, anytime we would go to Dallas, you know, the fans would be yelling little stuff at it. But I think as a player, a lot of times it just becomes background noise, something that you don't really hear. But for a player to, like, that just talks about, just as a fan base, how sharp your words are, that you make a player that this shouldn't just be background noise. This isn't your first rodeo.
Yeah.
But you're in a hostile environment and you feel like, to that point, that whatever that fan is saying, that you got to go up into the stands?
Yeah, I mean, Green Bay would always have there's these 4 or 5 stooges that sat right behind the O-line bench, and they just talk shit to us the whole game.
Yeah.
And you'd look back, and then they'd start laughing we
we got him to look back. It was more of a joke to them.
Oh, they got me.
Yeah, but it wasn't as vicious.
No.
As I think that Philly can be, because I mean, you know, you got to keep control as a player.
Yeah, I mean, the malice at the palace, stuff like that. Like you can't interact with the fans.
Yeah, I mean, because we played in Dallas before, where they were like, I remember one time they were like the Shocker or something. I don't know, they were yelling stuff.
The Shocker?
Stuff. Yeah, there was something about the Shocker. Yeah.
Why?
I'm not sure. I don't know what that was all about. You know, it was just kind of weird. I feel like, you know.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was that's what at the time the Dallas fan base was yelling.
The creativity was on fire.
Hey, the Shocker, and I'm like, wait a minute, you know.
Okay.
All right, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. What do you want my response to be to that? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the only thing that I remember as a fan base, being somewhere on the road in an aggressive environment, and they were yelling something about the Shocker. I'm not sure. I don't even know if we were winning or losing that game.
Yeah. So remember when we first played at the big house down with Jerry's, not the big house, but Jerry World or whatever.
Jerry World, yeah,
and when
yeah.
they opened it up, they had that lounge that you walk through, and all the Dallas fans were like,
Okay,
F
now
you. F
that
you,
was
blah,
the
blah,
one
blah.
where you played that with Chip. I never played in that stadium.
You didn't play in the big stadium?
Nah, I never
think
played
you
in the
talked about
stadium.
it,
I
yeah.
always played in. I was on the coaching staff with you.
Okay.
That was your first year.
But I was thinking about
with
that.
Chip.
I was like, man,
Yeah,
that's awesome. Why don't more stadiums do this?
yeah, I think it's pretty.
And then we have a tunnel club.
Yeah,
But it's like for our fans cheering on our team.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, if I would get the raunchiest fans and open up a raunchy fan club where the visiting team comes out
Yeah.
and just have them all in their cerebellum, just saying the nastiest things
Yeah.
possible
Yeah.
before the game.
and when you come off of any injuries,
But there is a club over there,
halftime-
but it's got windows and stuff. Like you
Oh.
can't talk to the other team. I don't
Oh no,
understand
see,
that.
that's not good. I need.
You need to
open.
megaphone them.
Yeah, because like when you're in Dallas, you got to walk through the club.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to walk
Yeah.
through it.
All
yeah.
the middle fingers,
Oh, yeah.
absorbing every middle finger in there.
Their fan
Yeah,
base
yeah,
yelling something about the
Play it
shocker.
off.
I don't know.
You play it off, whatever. Yeah, the shocker is an interesting approach there. They're obviously trying to take you off your game. They didn't know that would only strengthen you.
Yeah, because I'm like, that does nothing for me. I don't understand what reaction you're trying to get here. 2021
Regent.
Regent.
Regent is a newer grape variety, which is a hybrid and a cross between Chamberson and another grape variety, and it produces a very darkly colored wine that's pretty mainstream, but also interesting and new for people who like high vinifera.
It smells great.
It smells amazing.
Smells
good.
Sophisticated.
Yeah, it's sophisticated.
Leathery.
It's a leathery wine. It's definitely dry.
I love a leathery wine. Dude, I just tell you, leathery wines remind me of. So I took a couple trips to Italy before I got married, and there's some of these just over there in like different hotels and stuff. There's these like deep, dimly lit like wine bars.
Yeah.
And you go in there and you ask them for something like blow my mind, and they'll bring you out something that just smells so like leathery and rich and sophisticated, and that's like whenever I smell something like this, it takes me back over
What
there.
were we drinking the night after your wedding, or was it the night before the wedding? I don't
When
know.
we went to
No, we were sitting around the hotel and it was some Grenache or whatever. What is it?
Grappa.
Yes.
So
It was amazing. It had us. What is a grappa?
from what I understand, you take all like the grape waste and kind of make a booze out of it.
Yeah,
So-
awesome. It was really strong.
Well, it's also really good as a digestive.
Cool, but it had us.
Nah, it was great. Had me loose. Loved it.
Yeah.
No, Trey, it's beneficial.
Yeah, that's
Nah, got me loose. Not beneficial. I don't care. I loved it.
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, I don't even know what it was just a wild time with that, and then Matt McCoy mixed into the equation. It was just, and being in Italy at the time, it was just,
Matt McCoy always elevates any scenario.
Yes.
Love that guy.
Amazing dude, man.
Cheers to you, Matt.
Yeah, man. Any more football talk you want to get into?
Very good. I'm kind of over stressing about how we look on the field. You know what I mean?
What you mean?
Like, dude, I don't care how they look anymore. They're winning games. And it almost feels like there's some sort of like divine intervention / just that like their future's already written for this team, because they don't go out there and play well, but they're just finding a way to do all these gutsy, gritty wins and stuff. Are you expecting clean ball to eventually like rise up before the playoffs hits, or is this what this team looks like?
I think this is just what this team is. I mean, I think that
there might be a lesser opponent where they just clobber them.
Maybe if it's a lesser opponent, because I don't think this team is going to play a super clean game. I think that this team, they need that grittiness. That gives them their edge. That makes them elevate their play. I think that if you haven't seen this team just walk through anybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you see them go out there and they battle. I think that this team right now is they're finding themselves, and what they're hanging their identity on is that they never quit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They never feel like they're out of the game.
We're winning. and that's what matters.
And every time you're making adjustments, you're learning. Every game isn't going to be just go out there and just walk through everybody, man.
Yeah,
sometimes
it's the NFL.
I mean, you got to take your lumps, man. And I mean, you played
Hardly
against a
any
team.
games are going to be like that.
You played against a really good team. I mean, the Bills are a really good team. Josh Allen is a good quarterback, man. You know what I'm saying? Like a big quarterback. That's hard to take.
The Bills' offensive line is good.
Yeah, you went up against one of the top pass rushing defenses as well. And I mean, you gave up 2 sacks, I think, in this game. One was because okay, wait a minute now. All right. You made me just think about this. All right. The one thing I hate, and I mean I hate, is when the quarterback runs out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you mean the sack?
You're damn right it's a sack. It's a sack.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, people are going to be like, oh, yeah, all right, yeah, that was on Hurts. But when you look back and you say, okay, you know what, and when sacks were totaled up, and they say, okay, this offensive line gave up 35 sacks, no one is going to say.
No, it was 34.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? No. It was actually 34 because on that 35th one, he ran out of bounds on that one right there. No. On the 33rd one, he ran out of bounds, and that should
You know what that goes to show me?
Go ahead.
Nobody cares about the sack stat except for offensive and defensive linemen. He doesn't care. He thought that was the best choice in the game.
Dude, throw the ball away, man. Throw the ball away, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, but
I hear you.
Yeah, because sometimes quarterbacks will say, you know what, my completion percentage. You know what I'm saying? Because if you throw the ball away, that's incomplete. So it looks like, oh hell yeah, he was 33 for 25.
Yeah.
But you run out of bounds and give up a sack. Yeah.
Well,
come on, man.
You think they're thinking about that?
I don't give a damn. I want you to think about that. Get rid of the ball. Get rid of the ball.
Hey, man, you got to get rid of the ball.
Hey, you got to get rid of that, man. Throw it at man.
Hey, maybe mix up the count a little bit. Make sure you get rid of the ball.
Yeah, I was a big, hey, man, you need to change the cadence. 5 be out there, man, damn, dog. No, you don't understand what I'm dealing with out here. So I need you to give me a 3 every now and then. Let's go double count. Do something.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I prefer it was just the same every time.
You were like one on one?
I was a offsides jumper. I had too much going through my head to remember what the count was.
You know what, dude? Okay. That's awesome. Because a lot of times when you're walking up to the line of scrimmage and you're like, damn, what was it on?
Yeah.
Okay,
I ask you all the time.
Yeah, hey, hold on. What is it on?
What do you got, Trey? And then I make you second guess yourself.
Yeah, it's like, is it on 1? Is it on 3? Are we on silent count? Shit, I don't know.
Shit. Hey, Jack, what's it on?
Jack, what is it on? And by that time he's making mic calls. We're making, all right, Louis Lee, whatever, yada, yada, yada. And hey, here we go, Blue 88. But you know what? One of the things that I always found was cool was that you could tell by McNabb's cadence when he forgot. When he forgot. Because he'd be like, all right, it's on 3. It's on 3. And usually his cadence on 3. Blue 88 said, hot. But when he said on 3,
well, he drug
and then he forgot. When he blew 88, oh damn, he forgot. And we're on 1. We're on 1. Snap it.
The nuances of the game, dude. That's all about repetition.
Yeah. And that's what happens. The more time you spend together with your cats, the better it is. You know what? Can we talk about this real quick?
Yeah, pour yourself.
The Jordan Davis injury. At the end of the game.
Here we go. The wind knocked out of him?
Oh yeah, when he got the wind knocked out.
Yeah, I don't think that's an injury, is it?
I mean, anytime trainers come over, I feel like that's an injury.
What I thought, dude, I thought that he landed right on his knee, and then it just like a big old sometimes that can
it flared up, something like that. No, it was more.
I landed on my belly. Yes. It evacuated all the air out of my body. I don't know how to handle that.
And this is 360 pounds of
he
man.
Got airborne though. He was horizontal.
Oh yeah, dude. Like pursuit was great. And then when he lunged and he's going and he's horizontal in the air, and when he hits the ground, it's belly first. And
I had a noise something like similar to.
So what I'm gonna do now, because I have no more air in my body, what I'm gonna do is just roll over on my back.
I gotta fill it back up with air.
I gotta regather myself. And what I need y'all to do is bring some trainers over. You know what I'm saying? Maybe someone with a golf cart, because I don't want to go across the field.
That's a long way, and I can't even breathe right now. We are here with Dustin and Steven, the owners of Cedar Rose Vineyards. Guys, this place is awesome. Thank you for having us out.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We've
Glad to have you guys here.
Definitely done plenty of tasting, and your wine's delicious.
Thank you.
Why don't you guys tell us a little bit about how you started out here in, I guess, just outside of Millville?
Yeah, we both graduated at the same time in 2011, and so I went out to California to, ironically enough, work on a blueberry farm. I'm leaving Hamilton, where all the blueberries are. But Steve called me about a week into my internship, and so there was a little, I got to backtrack a little bit, but there was a little piece of woods on Steve's mother's property that we used to kind of walk around. We're like, you could cut this thing down, and you could put a little vineyard here, and kind of mess around with the idea, and then literally a week into my internship in I guess it would have been June of 2011, he calls me and he's like, yo, I bought a chainsaw.
I'm cutting the trees down.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
So he said, so like I was out there until August, and when I got back, he had rallied a bunch of our friends, and they had like probably 3/4 of the thing cleared. And so I jumped in with them, and then started moving along.
In the beginning, like it was like, you know, a big task, but then as we chipped away at this forest, we're like, okay, we could probably do this. And from that point, I was actually eating pizza in a small place, and a local businessman and entrepreneur came in, and at this point we had the idea. So I kind of elevator pitched him the idea, and he's like, "Oh, that sounds pretty interesting," and he had an ag background. So then we pitched him our business plan. At which point he shared it with his accountant, and they're like, "That looks like a pretty good plan," and we kind of moved forward from there.
That's awesome.
Awesome. Yeah.
So basically started the partnership officially in 2012, 2013. And then so we planted literally an acre basically on his mom's property in 2012. And then in 2013, we planted this whole 20 acres.
Okay. Wow.
So it was a big jump up from 2000.
Yeah, I saw the video on the internet of you guys planting a bunch of the vines with the tractor
with
and
the
stuff like
tree
that.
planter,
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were lucky enough that our business partner Sam, he has like GPS driven tractors that you don't even need to touch the steering wheel. They actually drive themselves. And so that's for planting the vineyards beautiful. So we ended up, and that actually ended up spawning another business that actually Steve is more involved with now. But we have another business called Vine Tech where we actually install vineyards and do consulting and management for the wine industry in New Jersey.
nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
Contractor basically. So we basically created such a good system and kind of putting this vineyard in. We're like, this might be something we can like scale a little
Replicate
bit. And so that's what Steve's been doing. But so since then there was nothing on this field at all. It was literally just farm field. So we had to put in all the utilities and bring all the power back and build a building. And so we started construction on this building in 2015, and took us basically almost 3.5 years to build the thing. And so we actually didn't open the tasting room itself till almost 2019, the end of 2018, early 2019.
And then you had 2020 hit.
Then we ran right directly into COVID. So yeah, it's been a rocky road, but you know it's amazing. You know, it's amazing to jump into such a project and still be doing it.
Are there any wines that you're more proud of than any of the other ones in your selection?
Well, one of the reasons we chose this Thunder Gust is because this was kind of the, I would say like the first real premium wine that we made. And so this is a red blend. And when we went to make this blend, I only had 2 barrels of Cab Sauvignon, 2 barrels of Cab Franc, and 2 barrels of Chamberson. And I'm like, not enough to really make batches out of. So we just did a little test blend and blended it up, and it ended up being great. And so pretty much every year we did that. 2016 was the first year we made this, and then basically did that more or less every year since.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
And that's the thing about wine. I mean, for us, wine is all about it's designed to be enjoyed.
Yeah.
I mean, from the way it looks, the way it smells, tastes. I mean, it is a product that is just designed to be enjoyed.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people put a little too much into it. You know, it's just like I always tell people when they come in here, they always are worried about they're saying the wrong stuff. I'm just like, look, you find something you like and drink it.
Drink
I mean,
it.
it's really not that
Yeah.
complicated.
Just enjoy the
Who cares
wine.
if it's sweet? Who
You know,
cares if it's dry? If you like it, drink it.
We're not out here in ducktail tuxedos.
No.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? Like this is just a real relaxed. Just enjoy yourself. You know,
Exactly. And we
don't be a wine snob.
Exactly.
Just enjoy yourself.
So you guys are open
Thursday through Sunday.
Thursday through Sunday?
Year-round, yeah. Mhm.
Year round?
Yep.
And that's a tasting room. You guys got food and do events, stuff like that?
Yeah,
too?
we have music, live music every Friday, Saturday.
Which is really awesome. I came through.
yeah,
the
you were
other
up here
day.
for
Yeah, I
Saturday,
popped through
right?
the other. Was it Saturday?
Saturday.
Yeah, I came through Saturday, hung out.
Yeah,
it
and
was cool.
we actually added basically a full food program in 2021. So we
Awesome.
Yeah, went out and bought a food truck and made it our kitchen.
That's
That's
cool,
great.
man.
That's a lot of fun, dude.
Yeah,
That's the type of stuff I can get down with. Well, thanks for having us, guys.
Yeah, thanks for having us, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys. Yeah, absolutely.
If you guys are looking for something to do, head on out here to Millville. It's a beautiful scene.
Cedar Rose.
And enjoy the wine that's meant to be enjoyed.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, cheers, man.
Cheers, guys. Thank you for
All
having us.
right, thanks for having us, man.
Eagles,
Thank
10
you.
and 1.
10 and 1, man.
Yeah,
10 and 1. Yeah.